What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the continuation of our dungeon in Warhammer Quest. I'm happy to have you here today. I don't think I have actually touched anything since the last episode. I went out and I checked the mail. I came back because I'm expecting a Pokemon Atlas. I'm the kind of person that likes to play Pokemon with like an Atlas alongside me so that I can like check things out and make sure that I've gotten everything from a location and like all the little pro tips and secrets and stuff. I had one when I had Pokemon Red and I loved it. Like seriously, it was one of the reasons I enjoyed the game so much is because with the Atlas to play alongside, I had a blast. You knew like you could go through the list, you could find the 6 that you wanted for your main team, and then you could just like shoot for it while you played the game. Playing without it, playing blind, it's kind of like a weird experience in that like you've got to basically farm every location until you find every Pokemon to figure out if it's got the one that you want, or you can look it up online, I guess, but it's not the same. I like to have the big like 500-page lore book. I ordered it, I shit you not, I ordered it on December 26th, and it's still not here. And right now it's like the 15th of January. It's still not here. I have no idea what happened to this book, but apparently it's been on just like an adventure quest. That's all that I can figure. I guess when it gets here, it's probably going to have like one of those Australian Outback hats and like a boomerang and maybe like a bullwhip and like a pistol, and it's going to be like, that was the greatest adventure ever. I'm ready to join your book collection. Oh, man. Oh. Unleash the hat. Hey, unleash the hat. There we go. He keeps his hat on a leash. He finds that it's the best way to keep it just kind of like in line, not running away and biting people. Nobody likes a bitey hat. Alright, so I think like a couple of these... Oh, we actually have a shaman with us too. So that could become troublesome. And now we're out of Winds of Magic. So I'm going to do my best to try and finish off all of these with the skills that I have been allotted by the universe. Unfortunately, it's not enough. It's never enough. The story of my life. Alright, well that was enough, so I'll stab him to death, and then I'll attempt to stab him to death with my rapier. And then on this side, we'll fire a bullet at him. God, he's just a whirling dervish of pain. Like, I sincerely enjoy my witch hunter. This guy, on the other hand, I'm not so sure about. This guy, I'm not sure what to do with him right now. Alright. I fully expect 1,000 things to spawn on top of us now that we've missed a couple times. At least the orcs are as bad at hitting as we are. That's the plus side. Scourge of the Chaos! Oh good, it worked on people. That's fun. That's enjoyable. Increase my hit chance to a tiny extent. Oh man. We gotta do something about these, like, hits that don't kill anything. Ooh, a fine elven bow. Fantastic. Good, good, good. I am pleased by that acquisition. I don't have an archer, but I'm thinking about having an archer. I totally forgot, by the way, because I went out to get my mail. I totally forgot to look it up and see if this guy's worth keeping. All that I'm really looking for is the possibility that he might have a healing aura later on. That's all that I care about. If he has a healing aura, good. Like, I'm totally down with that. And it would totally make up for the fact that, by and large, he's kind of a useless character. But up until I figure out, like, the stuff that he has, I'm still on the fence about it. I'm going to move you to right here. I'm going to move you to right here. Move you to right here. He still has attacks, right? Well, maybe he can kill this guy. No? Okay, well, at least he can start off that guy then. Why are there no sound effects being played right now when I stab people? That's a little bit odd. I may need to restart the game after this because I'm not sure why that's happening. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, Shadow Dagger sounds nice. Or not so nice, depending on whether you're on the pitching or catching end of the spectrum. If you're catching the Shadow Daggers in the side of your face, then it does not sound so nice. I would probably veto that decision. However, there we go. Got him taken care of. A little bit more damage over here. Oh yeah, I get 3 attacks. I keep forgetting about that. That making me happy when I got the 3 attacks. Let's see if maybe we can get rid of an orc, because it's unfortunate that there's so many orcs still standing when my mage is exposed like he is. This might get a little ugly, depending on what this orc does. Yeah. Oh no, he went after the Slayer. Who knew? I was worried they tend to go after your mage for some reason. I don't know why. They're always on your mage, but occasionally they don't. Like, it feels very random sometimes, I guess. Like, a confusing amount of randomness. So there's a stab right there. I'm going to bring this guy up and see if maybe he can kill off a couple of these so that he can start to get XP. I'd like to see what abilities he gets. Like, the game is very good about giving you abilities, like, every time you level up. I just want to see if he ever gets anything useful. On this side, we're now set up to Shadow Dagger this individual. Alright, and there it is. Give him a nice little sword slap. We don't actually hit people with our swords, we slap them with the swords, kind of like a wet fish. But after we miss, we go back to casting infallible magic at the enemy, because why use physical attacks which can miss when you can just use infallible mega magic? Sounds good to me. He's got enough mana right now to where I figure we'll probably just like move forward. I see no reason to like dilly-dally, shilly-shally all over the place. We'll go back over here. Alright, maybe down there into the hallway. Okay, so there's that. Standing on some cobblestones, you know. It's not like a big variance in the amount of floor tiles that they use. It's mostly just these really large sort of like slate tiles. Occasionally there's like a carpet or like a pool of blood. But I don't know if the pool of blood is actually as useful as we want it to be. I mean, I wouldn't carpet my house with a pool of blood. I feel like that would deter visitors from coming over. And I do enjoy social gatherings. Your warriors look upon the large grinning orc at the center of the throng. The dungeoneers almost drop their weapons and bend at the knee in acquiescence. Almost. Then they notice its feet. Somehow the monster has squeezed its foul-clawed toes into the boots of stature. Such an insult cannot go unanswered. So we got an orc war boss in here somewhere. There he is, and he's got 32 health. Actually, he's not that bad aside from his double attack. He's not actually that terrible. Scourge of Chaos! Yeah, it worked on somebody at least. As long as somebody gets a buff, I don't really care that much. It's when nobody gets a buff that I'm just like, a pox upon you. I hope the Nurgle falls on your face with his big fat gut and it gets all of his Nurgle pustules and buboes and random weeping sores all over your face. That seems like it went a bit far. I feel like that escalated farther than I intended. Use your resolve of iron to shoot him in the face. Oh man, you've been really, I don't know, you should get your eyes checked or something. You've been having troubles lately, like actually hitting things, and it's been disappointing. I don't like being disappointed, or data-pointed. Ooh, he did 6 damage with a shadow bolt, that's rare. You guys ever notice that when you go to steakhouses, they always err on the side of, like, leaving the meat extra rare? I've noticed that about restaurants. Like, for example, I ordered a burger the other day, and they were like, how do you want it cooked? And I said medium well, because I don't trust hamburger, because I'm paranoid like that. And so when it comes, it was totally medium rare. Like, it still had, like, red in the middle and everything. I was like, yeah, this is not medium well. Medium well means that it should be, like, the same uniform kind of grayish-brown color all the way through. All the way through, even in the center and the middle parts. Alright, so we have a couple of issues right now. I'm going to use a... No. Oh, we already used our... I forgot we got that orc. Problematic. Okay, well... No, what am I doing right now? I don't want to use a stake of healing or a scroll of healing. Ooh, the stake of healing. I would like a stake of healing. Steak of healing sounds fantastic and also delicious. Please shove it into my mouth hole. And then maybe I'll like shoot him with a gun, or at least kind of passively attempt to shoot him with a gun in a failing fashion. I don't really know what my plan should be right now, so I'm just gonna like go for it. And if it works out, then it works out. Oh good, he didn't even do an animation this time. I'll probably go for Call of the Brave right here. I mean, we've got a weak chance, but it's better than nothing. He's got 10 health left. He's got 15. With this enemy right here, able to attack multiple times, I'm going to go with a Healing Mist, I guess. And that's going to give him his 5 wounds back. There we go. I feel a little bit less nervous about this now. Let's go ahead and we'll get started. Whatever damage he can deal is totally acceptable. 4 damage is fine. I mean, it's better than nothing. And do we have anybody left that can do, like, anything? Potions of battle. Lots of, like, random usable items, I guess. Scrolls of healing. Potions of battle. Small bandages. Small bandages. What do you have? Elixirs of strength. The haunch of old Nell. It'll have to work for right now. If we get any more ads, though, we're definitely going to have to, like, start popping consumables in order to make it through. I don't see a whole lot of ways, and I don't know why I just got a frog in my throat. But anyways, I don't see a whole lot of ways we're going to avoid taking a lot of damage if we get another respawn. Okay, so he's taking a lot of damage on this turn. Actually, everybody's starting to look the worse for wear. However, we did luck out and get a double healing mist right here, so we may be able to bring it home slightly. There we go. Well, about as good as I could have asked for, I suppose. Ooh, there's a 15 damage right there. Unfortunately, why did he only get 1 attack? Is it because he trips? I guess he tripped. Either way, finish it. Oh, I said finish it, not miss. If you don't... you had one job. You had one job. You also had one job, sir. What's going on here? What's going on? I'm use Call of the Brave just in case, because I feel like we're going to have to last another turn, but we're going to get ignored by Viking Jesus anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, there it is. Hit him. Yeah, mage taking out the war boss with melee skills. That shouldn't happen. That's not a thing that exists in Warhammer. Let's... Oh, I suppose I'll throw another one on you. I'll use some of my reserve magics. Alright, the arrow's a miss. Der error, as the orcs like to call it. Weasel is the error, boys. There you go. Everybody always wants me to do that voice, and so I'll do it at least a couple times during this playthrough. I kind of have to. There we go. Finish the job. And maybe take a shot at... Oh, his gun jammed. Okay, so never mind. He won't be taking a shot at anybody. Let me see if I can get him at least slightly healed. Yeah, 5 wounds will do it. That sounds nice. That's good. Acceptable. No big miss right there, so I'm not going to worry about it. Meanwhile, he should be able to get in a position and finish this fight off so that we can rescue the short Burgermeister's boots from whatever. He's been missing a lot lately. I don't know what it is in this episode, but he has been just... Usually he's like my go-to guy. If I have to have somebody get hit, he's usually Johnny on the spot with it. Unfortunately, he is neither Johnny nor the spot at this point. There it is. At least somebody made their roll. Really? Alright, man. I'm gonna have to rethink you as a pivotal member of this team if you keep this up. I just like to make him worry. I'm not gonna get rid of him. He's actually pretty good. There we go. The warrior priest managed to get him some. A lesser scroll of fire and some medium bandages. That's all that we got out of that? With the orc boss dead, it takes a few minutes to pry the now misshapen boots off the monster's feet. The warriors leave the dungeon with the boots of stature more or less intact. We are victorious. I feel like that would be better if we had somebody named Victor in our group, because then it would be also punny. And I enjoy the punnery. God, it's like every single map he gets more and more XP because he just like wipes people out nonstop. Oh good, Leopold made it. Oh, I'm so happy about that. I want to see if he gets better or not. If he doesn't get like some more, let's see here. Waiting for your party in the daylight is a man whose condescending bearing and richly tailored clothes mark him out as yet another member of the nobility. The man is not alone, flanked by at least 20 guards with sharp swords wearing the same colors as the noble. He conducts himself as if no one is around. You have something I crave. I shall pay you double what that flounce Leitdorf has promised you. The man smiles. You know, I admire your gall. To not only refuse a much better offer, but to do it when you're heavily outnumbered. I have to order your death and simply take the boots. He then ponders, even as your warriors subconsciously take a fighting stance. No, not today. He says as if speaking to himself, if I kill you, Leitdorf may act rashly and declare war on Ostermark or something silly like that. Last thing I want is the attention of Franz or one of his lackeys. I can't forward my plans with Hellborg or Schwarzhelm breathing down my neck. No, he looks his head and shakes back at it, or shakes his... Wait, he shakes his head and looks back at your warriors. That sentence was reading back and forth for me for some reason. Very well, you may leave. You're fools, but you may go. Tell Leitdorf that Wolfram Hertvig sends his regards. Further down the road, you see a small party dressed in the colors of Philibert Leitdorf. You pass them the boots, and the servant pays your warriors the agreed-upon price. Then they mount horses and gallop off in the direction of Wertbad. I'm a man of my word, by the way. I don't know if you would all realize that by this point, but I'm a man of my word. When I give somebody my word, I don't like to go back on it. It's just a good practice in life. I feel like we shook hands on that, so even though I know that I double-dealed all through Shadowrun, but that's different. That's Shadowrun. Everybody double-deals in Shadowrun. As the warriors approach the Wertbad city gates, they find themselves flanked by the Stirland Guard. Nothing is said. They simply fall in line around the adventurers and then guide them into the main square before the town hall and an ominous balcony. The doors of the balcony sweep open, and Philibert Leitdorf steps out in all his haughty, resplendent glory. He looks down upon the warriors with a withering state. Well, you have the boots, I presume, he says. The warriors look at each other confused. One of them steps forward and explains they gave the boots to Leifdorf's men back at the dungeon. The noble listens, his anger clearly showing. Do you take me for a fool, he demands, or are you the fools? You either failed to get me the boots or have been taken by the simplest of ruses. Either way, I'm not pleased, Captain, he says, and the officer of the Stirling Guard steps forward. Take them out of your sight. That's a little bit odd. It's weird that they got the regalia of the Lord, though, because that was actually difficult to do back in the olden days. Back in medieval times, it was very, very difficult to get the actual regalia and everything made so that you would look like a lord. It was expensive. Let's see what he gets. I don't even care. His little man complex means nothing to me. Not a bad turn for him. And then the Prayer of Devotion. Every time the Blessed Warrior damages a target, they regain some of the damage dealt back as health. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Kind of like a Blessing of Light, all the Paladins in World of Warcraft. That'll work. That'll work. And so we've got weapon skills up to 4 now, which is actually pretty good. Strength is up to 4, which is also good. So he should see a little bit of a damage increase. We need to get him a better weapon, though. His weapon has been sucking lately. A Masterwork Warhammer. See, something like that would be fantastic. But unfortunately, I can't afford it at the moment. It's too expensive. So let's sell that. We'll start getting rid of our junk because I know we have a lot of it laying around. The Fine Iron Shield we probably don't need. The Silver Bullets I'll hold on to in case we do an Undead dungeon anytime soon. But that only puts us at 3,200, so a Masterwork Longsword is within our reach. However, being able to grab anything better is not really quite there yet. So I guess we'll set ourselves up for another adventure right now. If we go adventuring, the warriors and their jailers approach the city gates to find an opulent coach, painstakingly covered in gold filigree and emblazoned with the standard of Stirland depicting a skeleton blowing a horn. From the window, a familiar face, or a familiar lace glove, beckons the warriors closer. You were in my debt, and you must now make amends. Fail me in this, and my patience will be at an end. Herdvig's cousin, the dashing Viscount of Drellheim, has had the unfortunate situation to be taken by bandits who left him to die in a lair full of monstrous greenskins. He says with a smile that betrays his machinations. My guards, cowards that they are, refuse to rescue the Viscount. I need you brave adventurers to find him and bring him out safely. Of course, if you should only locate his ravaged corpse, then no one would blame you. After all, you would have tried your best, yes? Without another word, the noble taps the ceiling of the carriage and the driver cracks his whip. The carriage trundles down the road. The captain of the guard gives you a knowing smile. It's 12 leagues west of here and gestures to the gate. You're free to go. That's 12 leagues, huh? Doesn't seem like 12 leagues to me. The Count of the Fools. Are we all at level 4 at this point? We have a level 3 Troll Slayer, a level 3 Grey Wizard, a level 3 Warrior Priest, and a level 3 Witch Hunter. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. We may want to level slightly. I don't know. These things get out of control really, really. What is that? The Master Craftsman's Shield. The Banded Belly Plate. Pretty awesome. What is this? The Waywatcher's Cloak. Okay. So which one's worth the most? Well, let's just get after this one. How about that? I bet we can do it. I bet we can take it. What's the worst that can happen? We've got healing spells galore. Alright, so we should have everybody properly in our group. Yes, we do. Let's get moving. Everybody's going to hit level 4 after this anyways. Dungeoneering is a rarely simple case of finding a magic sword hidden under the ground. Though no real fault of your own, your party become pawns in a power struggle between two nobles. Somewhere in this dungeon is the lost and no doubt confused cousin of Elector Count of Ostermark. The Elector Count. You must hunt him down, and reading between the lines of Lightdorf's instructions, never let him see the light of day again. If you fail to do this, you will incur the wrath of a very powerful enemy. Yeah, I'm not a hired murderer. I mean, he can handle it with his own lackeys. Not my problem. If I find an innocent person down in here captured, I'm going to save him. I'm not going to execute him on the spot so that his political ambitions can come to fruition. If he wants to, he can come get some. I got a Troll Slayer. You don't even know what that means. I got a Troll Slayer, son. Troll Slayer. Troll Slayer. Alright, so let's bring this back over here. Zoom out further because I can't click in the distances. It's too far. It's off the screen. It's confusing me. Okay, so there we go. Please don't let me get attacked. That's all that I care about right now. If we get attacked by anything, I will cry and I will weep and I will make giant crocodile tears. Maybe even chocodile tears, because chocodiles are delicious. Anyways, we don't have those in California. I've seriously never had a chocodile and I kind of want one. But they seem awesome. I looked up what they are, and I like both marshmallow and chocolate. It's probably my favorite combination of things. So, take from that what you will. A big boss, a goblin boss, and a night goblin with a bow. The hell's the big boss? Him right there? I mean, he's a goblin. Big boss, I suppose, is sort of relative. Anyways, let's get to it. He's got the chance for a strong blessing right now. Let's see if it goes off before we make our attacks. Okay, went off for a couple people. I'll move him down to here. I'll move you into position right here, maybe. On this side, he's got 6 winds of magic. Let's go ahead and give Blade of Night to him, which should bump him up a couple of attacks. Yeah, he's up to 6 attacks now. And let's start getting rid of some of the big guys. If I could focus my ire on some of these meaner goblins, I think it'll work out well for us as we go further into the game. He's got 3 attacks left. get on the big boss. He's got 4 weapon skills, so we may not be able to lay him low, but my plan is to kill him within the confines of this turn. There's 10 damage. I would also prefer it if one of the new guys got the kill. I know I keep calling them the new guys, even though they're fully leveled up like everybody else. On that side, get rid of some of the... Oh, you missed. Okay. So... I'm actually going to do something foolish right now. I'm going to bring the mage down here and see if we can fish out a kill with the mage. I just don't want the big boss to get a turn. Awesome. Fantastic. Could not have asked for a better resolution. I think he's out of magic and he can't step because he's attacked, so we'll just leave it where it is. Ooh, Call of the Brave managed to let him evade an attack. Double Call of the Brave, even better. Nice, nice, nice. It's weird that Call of the Brave causes you to run away from your enemy better. Has anybody else noticed that? Did I bring that up already? I feel like I may have brought that up already. Did I waste an attack on the last turn? I feel like I may have wasted an attack on the last turn. That extra strength, you can see he's hitting a lot harder. That's because of the extra point of strength. He's pinned still? Alright, get him out of here. There we go. I wish he could fire and move like the other elf can. It's disappointing that he can't, because that means he can't shoot and then close the gap and stab. It means that in situations like this where there's only one enemy left, it leaves him at a bit of a disadvantage. He can't use all of his possible actions, which is always your goal. There we go. So everybody's back up and running. We're going to end a turn, and hopefully we don't get attacked. We'll have him move to there, you move to there, get everybody back into our lovely little formation. He's got magic left over. Did anybody take any damage? No. Everybody's looking great. They always look great physically. Like, I don't like to insult my party members' appearance because I feel like one day they might get angry and hit me or something because they're kind of burly and scary. But aside from being aesthetically pleasing, they are all looking very, very nice with regards to their formation as well. That's just what I want to say right now. That 8 winds of magic, I swear, having a well-equipped mage in this game is just like one of those benefits that you can't even describe to somebody that's just... If you've just started playing the game, having a well-equipped and well-leveled mage is utterly and incredibly utilitarian. Like, it's just awesome. There is no time where your mage is not one of the most useful members of your group. Like, there are times where he's always useful, but he never falls below, like, a certain threshold. Like, some characters are only useful inside the confines of certain combat situations, whereas he's just universally useful. So we got an orc boss. We've got a bunch of orc boys. Okay, that's not too bad, though. It could be a lot worse. Let's go ahead and get people situated. I think I'm going to go with Call of the Brave, even though he's only got a weak chance. Okay, and so his prayer was ignored. That's alright. It doesn't bother me that much. We'll be able to get rid of at least a couple of these orc boys, though, before we go any further in. I'll probably set a round on him. I want to see the burning work. Oh, he jammed up his gun, too. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, there's an orc down. He's down. Warrior priest should get in here and get working. Okay, well, that's going to work out either way. It's okay. It's not like a huge deal. I would prefer that, like, better things happen, but, oh well, what can you do? Everybody else doesn't really have anything useful to do right now, so I suppose I'll just end the turn and hope that we don't get respawns. If we get a respawn, oh, okay, so there's the double attack from the orc boss, which does 8 damage, actually halving his health in quite the unsatisfactory way that it does. Having half health makes me sad. He's now pinned. Let me see what I can do with... Oh, he's got 8 winds of magic. Okay, so with 8 winds of magic, I'm going to throw a Blade of Night on him. That'll give him 4 attacks. We'll see how he does. There's 12. There's 12. And there's 12. So it did pretty well. All things considered, Blade of Night did well. And there's the end of combat. We got the Ring of Lesser Strength. That's one of those universally, like, utility items that's actually really, really good that you kind of, like, hunt for. Is it a green item, though? No, I don't want to leave the dungeon. I want to use this right here. It's a green item. So... 1 max wounds. I don't know who I should give this to. What's his strength looking like right now? He's got a strength of 10 at the moment. Okay. Alright, so if he's got a 10 strength, I don't think he needs the extra strength. Meanwhile, he could probably use it since he's caught up in melee so frequently. So maybe I'll give it to him so that he becomes a little bit better at unleashing DPS. It's not going to help his chance to hit anything at all, but it'll help out a little bit. Oh, he's got good bandages? Awesome. Apparently bandages come in medium size. Fantastic. I'm going to break off the episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Warhammer Quest. I look forward to seeing you lot in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and I do.